Warning. Warning. The next segment you're about to see is extremely graphic, and it is done and taken care of tactically in a tactical environment with tactical implements that will bring forth a bestowment that may stricken you with hunger. Stay tuned or skip through this next segment. I would skip it if I was you. Yeah, it's not bad out today. Again, glad it's kind of overcast. It must have rained last night very heavy. That's good. Everything needs to get green again. Master glove I just built and got it all where I kind of like it. Again, this is just loosely based on the movie, not 100% screen accurate, but just having fun with it and wanted to test out the blades, and here we go. One of them look bent. Blades are not sharp, but they are pointed a little bit, and I just wanted to just kind of mess around with it outside and just kind of puncture some stuff. I've been having a lot of fun building these things because it's like your own creation and you get to kind of play with it from your memories of Freddy Krueger, and yeah, it's been fun. Also, you know, I did cut these are the thicker gauge metal for the blades. I did do them out of the 16 gauge. Oh yeah, works pretty good. No issues. All the finger movements are still good. No blades bent. So, I'll see you later. Cold season, don't want to get sick, so every so often, once a week or so, I take one of these. I like them. Gives you the fast energy drink thing. What is emergency vitamin C? There we go. It's not bad. Gives you a little bit of energy too. I don't think it's good to drink them at night though. This is the oldest dog. He's, I think, 15 or so. Yeah. He's up there. Gotta take care of him. He's got bad back legs, but he still gets around. Got your treats right here if you want some. Oh, did I sit on some? I think I did. Here. There you go. Nope. Turn your nose up at it. Not good? It's not bacon, is it? Yeah, at this age, he kind of gets what he wants. What happened to your white face? Used to have all this nice dark colors, but then you kind of turned gray, didn't you? What's your favorite toy? Hmm? Raccoon. The other raccoon. You don't like that thing, do you? Nope. Yeah. Boy, in his younger days, this was his toy. You could not touch this thing. He would freak out and go after you if you had this toy. Now that he's older, he doesn't really care, but back then, this was it. Look at this. Fog. Wow. Fog rolled in. It's like the movie. The Fog. The Fog. Look at that. Remember that view? Can't see it now. Look at that. Man, you guys that follow know that view really well. And can't see nothing. This shows you how thick this stuff is. Heading into the fog. Daisy girl. Wow, look at that. 64 degrees, and look at that moon. It doesn't show up really well on video. It's kind of focusing in and out. Too bad. That's pretty cool. Wonder if it'll do a picture. I don't know. Yeah, it is nice and cold tonight. 64 degrees. My friend read the temperature. Nice and chilly. Was at his house just hanging out a little bit. Got to watch the first episode of the new TV series Westworld, which is very interesting, being that I'm a big fan of the original. So that was, you know, it was interesting. It made me want to keep watching more, so I guess that's a good thing. I'm kind of curious about what's going on. They did a good job at that. Also watched a really weird movie called It Follows, so I'll go ahead and I'll tell you about that a little bit briefly. Yeah, so on my way home, and yeah, it's about 10 o'clock at night now. Man, this is gonna be a late upload. I'm right here, and yeah, let's get to talking about some stuff and close it out. Pale Rider. Really cool movie with Clint Eastwood. I really enjoy it. Clint Eastwood. This is a good one. But to a lot of people, there's a scene in this movie that stands out, and that scene is when he is walking and he takes his revolver apart. We're not really looking at it. Removes the empty shot cylinder and then puts a new cylinder in there with loaded cartridges. Pops it back together and faces the bad guys. And that is the scene. Everybody talks about it. It's kind of the notorious scene. For me, actually, the scene that I always remember is the sledgehammer scene, where they're breaking the rock with the sledgehammer. That's the one I remember all the time. Also, I really like the bad guys in this. In the end, they got their black dusters on, and they just kind of have that, I don't know, almost that classic, like, something about that. What captures me with that is when I was in elementary school, there was this book called The Three Robbers, and I always read that book because it was so cool. It was about these three robbers, and they have the little cool little cartoony like cutouts of them and everything, and one carried a blunderbuss, the other carried an axe, and I forget what the other one carried, the blunderbuss was actually just a pepper gun. It would just shoot pepper in the air. Yeah, you know, I think it was like they robbed this stagecoach or something, and something like that. And they pepper the horses, and they ram the axe into the wheels, and you know. So just the way they looked, and I remember the cover of the book. There's like this silhouettes of them and their eyes, you know, and three robbers. So I guess that kind of reminds me of that a little bit. So interesting. Before we get out of here, I wanted to talk about this next segment that I'm going to show you. Is take it with a grain of salt. It's just meant to be funny. and it's about being just like some of these people that are into the tactical thing. It cracks me up sometimes because there's some of the things that I think about in logic wise. Like one of the things is, to give you an example, is you got these people, it's like they stockpiled cases and cases and cases of ammunition, and they'll even make a video and they'll go, look, I have this much 9mm, I have this much 40 caliber, I have this much 357, yada yada yada. And it's like, but then they talk about bugging out and you know, doing all this stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, this is what I'm gonna take with me and bug out. It's like, okay, you're gonna lug around hundreds of pounds of ammunition with you? I don't think so. You know. And then the best part is, like, they live like 2-3 stories up in a building or something. It's like, oh, you're gonna go carrying all this hundreds of pound at me. Hey, hold that elevator for me. Hang on, we're bugging out because this is like a mayhem situation. And then always gets me is like, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna have all this stuff in my bug out bag and blah, blah, blah. I got this and this and so I understand some of that stuff to an extent. What really starts to get under my skin is when somebody dismisses you know, guns of the past or anything like that, just like totally throws history and its reputation and all that stuff right out the window because they'd rather take a Glock or something. And it's like, man, I just feel like it's disrespectful to the guns of the past. You know, like for instance, okay, here, Pale Rider, that's another reason why I brought that movie out. When he changes out that cylinder, I mean, in a sense, that was, you know, that time period, that was, you know, I guess you want to consider it tactical. So think about that. But then, you know, that goes back to a vlog or two ago where we talked about Bob Munden. Okay, Bob Munden can rip off all 5 shots out of his single action revolver faster than you can even think about shooting your semi-auto. So stuff like that. If you think about it, the guys that had this stuff, they became really good with it, and in my opinion, it's much more impressive than somebody that can shoot a Glock in seconds and reload. I'd rather go watch Bob Munden. So that's just my thing. So I kind of wanted to do a little parody bit here on you know, all this stuff and lugging around all this you know, crazy things, and it's like so yeah, anyway, that's my little skit for you, and hope you enjoy it. Again, it's taken lighthearted, tongue-in-cheek kind of humor, so hope you enjoy. Part of this tactical vlog, we have to make sure we have the tactical bug out bag and all the items that we need in that bug out bag to be tactical. Bug on the ceiling. Hey, does he have a bag? Making sure you have proper reading material in case you're bored. Vitamins, because you don't want to get sick. That wouldn't be tactical. Leather dye to make sure your leather goods remain tactical looking. Furniture polish, just in case you run into an old lady that, well, she has some scuffed up furniture. Cat food, so when you bring your cat along, that he doesn't go hungry either. But this is not quite big enough. Shop at Rambo.com. You make sure you have the tactical size, because weight and size doesn't matter when it comes to bugging out. It's never thought of. Glasses for that special Mrs. Tactical. Congratulations beads, just in case somebody's having a party. Picture of your pets. Cooking utensils. I ain't running no cold camp. Yeah, you gotta have steak sauce. I saw John Wayne eating those peaches. Didn't look very fun. Candy cane. In case it's December when you bug out. Oatmeal. Because most likely I'm going to be bugging out with Santee. Don't forget the cat. Why? Well, it fits in a tactical bag. When you need to make your iced tea, make sure you do it tactical. Okay. Let me get my tac pack. Good thing this is part of my EDC. Hang on, we gotta deploy the cup. Got it. Comes filled with water, part of the EDC. Tea bags. There we go. It's pretty good. Let that steep for a little while, and yeah. I guess all this stuff was for nothing. Oh well, it's part of the EDC anyway.